couple of questions about the how to grab, say, the last digit of a number using programming, and Modulo is really good for that. That's often what we use to do that. So let me demonstrate how that's done. So let's add in our comments. Use Modulo to grab certain digits. All right, so let's say we have a number like, so we'll call our variable num1, and we have, some large number. And let's say we want to see it. It could be any number, actually. I mean, this could really just be an input. We could cast as an integer, some sort of input from the user, enter a whole number, and then let's say we want to return the last digit of that number to the user. We can use Modulo to do that. So, I mean, looking again, let me put in a number here. Let's say we want to grab this number right here. Well, modulo will give us the remainder of a division, and our number system that we tend to use, this is the decimal value right here, as a base 10 number system. If I divide this number by 10, it's this 3 can't go in there. The most it's going to be able to go in is up to the 6 tens place, and so this 3 would be the remainder of a division by 10. So if I print, whatever our num1 is, mod 10, this will actually print this last number. This is how we can grab that last number, and this is pretty useful in programming, in computer science. So let's run this, and of course I need to save it. So we'll call this modulo fun. Modulo is super handy, and when this runs, when I enter a whole number, so let's say I enter this 4637, what's going to print is that 7. Let's say I wanted to grab both of these. Well, again, knowing that this is the decimal system, if I were to divide this number by 10, it is not going to be, I mean, by 100, it is not going to be able to, this 37 won't go into 100. So it's the most it's going to go, and it's going to go in 46 times, and this is going to be the remainder. So let's say I change this, instead of modding by 10, now I'm going to mod by 100, and I run this. Let's say we try this again, 4637. Now 37 is the remainder. So if you need to, of any number, you need to grab digits on the right side, you can do that using modulo with, 10, 100, 1,000, whatever it is that you need to get. If I wanted to grab 637, I could use 1,000. So put this in here, run this again, and if I use the same number, 4637, we get 637. So again, this is pretty useful. If you want to grab numbers, say, from the left side, floor division becomes very useful for that. So again, as we noticed, if I were to divide by, say, 100, it will go in 46 evenly. So this is how we could actually grab numbers from the right side. So let's look at that, and we'll also have some floor division fun. Division. All right, so let's say instead of modding, let's floor divide this by 100 and run this, and 4637. Now we're going to grab 46. If I did it by 10, I could grab 463. So if you need numbers, starting from the right side, you can use modulo. If you need numbers starting from the left side, you can use floor division. And there's a lot of great uses for this. For instance, when you need your program to determine how much change to give, So how many dollars, how many quarters, how many nickels, how many dimes, how many pennies. Floor division and modulo are essential, using those to solve those problems. And there's other ways to do it. We can, just divide and subtract. But floor division and modulo make that a much simpler problem. And so that's just one of the super awesome many uses of floor division and modulo.